I flew on Africa's newest flag carrier, a tiny airline serving the tiny country of Eswatini. I have no idea why I went there, but it sure was a fun and unique experience. Hello and welcome to another video. Today we'll be flying Eswatini Air, which is the brand new flag carrier of Eswatini. I'm guessing most of you have no idea where the country is. It's formerly called Swaziland and is a tiny country to the east of South Africa bordering Mozambique. I'm honestly just doing it to tick off another country and a new airline. It's just another one of my shenanigans which you can add to the list of random flights I've covered on my channel. Here's the check-in area. Interestingly, access to this area is restricted to ticket holders only. I've seen ticket checks done at entrances before, but not before the check-in area inside the airport. It's also only the international area that's restricted. There's no ticket checks for the domestic check-in either. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. Check-in, security, immigration took around 10 minutes in total. This airport is just like a massive shopping mall. There's a food court, landside, and 90% of the space in the airside area is filled with duty-free stores and restaurants. It's a bit like Abu Dhabi, except Johannesburg uses the entire place for stores, whereas in Abu Dhabi it's all concentrated in like a small area. Maybe that's because Johannesburg's smaller. That's probably the reason. Here are the bus gates. Most short or medium haul flights depart out of here, and yeah, not much can be said apart from it's a bus gate. I know, fascinating. Boarding started pretty much on time, and here's our plane in the Eswatini Air livery. It's a pretty generic livery with the Swazi flag on the tail. I really do like the flag. It's very unique, and I love how the blue, red and yellow fits together. Anyway, on board now on the ERJ-145. It's got a 1-2 seating configuration, which means it's amazing if you're travelling solo, since you get both a window and aisle seat. It's a former Air France hub aircraft, so there's a lot of French in the cabin, including on the tray table. Sadly, this is a night flight. I try when filming not to get night flights, but you know, it's not always possible, sadly. So I'll cut straight to takeoff since time lapses are pretty much pointless in the dark.
Cabin proceed for departure.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a very warm welcome on board our flight to Eswatini. My name is Notando Dlamini. Should you require any assistance, please do not hesitate to call in. May I remind you that tampering with, damaging, or removing any aircraft emergency equipment, or interfering with the duties of the crew is a criminal offense. Smoking is strictly prohibited on all our flights. Please note that the toilet is equipped with a smoke detector. A light snack will be served shortly, followed by a beverage service. We now invite you to sit back, relax, and experience Eswatini Air's finest hospitality.
Flight time to the capital of Manzini is 1 hour. The seatback pocket contains a very generic safety card and a sickness bag. The crew also handed out a disease surveillance form, which includes questions about COVID and yellow fever and other stuff. And here's a view of the cabin. I don't usually do this since I find it really awkward to be holding a phone above everyone's heads. But as you can see, this flight is rather empty. I think there's a total of about 11 or 12 people on this flight, which makes it around 20% full. It's not really good, especially for a smaller airline. Shortly after that, a bottle of water and snacks were handed out, which is great for a 1-hour flight. It was Caribbean onion and balsamic vinegar flavoured chips, or crisps if you're British. Apparently the British favourite of cheese and onion or salt and vinegar wasn't good enough for them, so they had to mash the two together. I mean, if you ask me, I much prefer the original British variants, although that might just be me being biased. Not much to see as we start the descent, so I'll cut straight to the landing. Welcome to Eswatini. We arrived 25 minutes early, which is seriously impressive for a 1-hour flight. And here are my thoughts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kingdom of Eswatini. We have just landed at King Mswati, the 3rd International Airport in Seatback. For your own safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
So yeah, a fairly standard short flight with Eswatini Air. Not much to complain, the cabin crew is good, service is good. The cabin is slightly outdated, but it's no big deal. They're a new airline, so it's slightly concerning to me that the load factor was only 20%. But yeah, all in all a good flight, and I wish them well for the future.
That all airports have been declared smoke-free zones and smoking is only permitted in the designated areas of the terminal building. Your safety is our priority. Please use caution when going down the stairs.
So here we are walking to the terminal. It's actually quite a long walk across the apron, but obviously there's absolutely no planes or anything around us. This is actually a fairly new airport opened in 2014. It is located on the other side of the country to Manzini, where this airport serves. It's only an hour's drive away, but it's quite a bit considering how small this country is. Despite there being no one in line, immigration took over 5 minutes since the immigration officer had to manually enter my passport details into the system, stamp the wrong date into my passport, stamp the right date into my passport, and then finally stamp an entry visa before writing the wrong expiry date on it. And no, I'm not making it up, that actually happened. And here's baggage reclaim. Immigration took so long, my bag's already here. Although to be fair, that isn't too hard considering there's only like 5 or 6 bags in total. Not much to see after that, so I'll just end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.